Hello everybody, welcome to the channel if you're new here, welcome back if you are not. It's Baby Jesus here with another gold making guide. In today's video we are going to be touching base on something we have spoken about in one of our other videos in terms of what you should be selling. And I feel like this is such a potent way to make gold in the game right now that it deserved its own video. And what we're talking about today is pasta. And I'm going to break down a couple of ways that you can maximize your pasta gold making efforts. Whether or not you want to go gather some of the materials yourself, or if you just want to buy them from the trading post, and where your break evens are going to be, and just a quick look at some of the math that I did to get to that point. Now, before we get too far, you guys know what's about to happen. If you do like the video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. 95% if you aren't, which is great. It was 97 in the last video. But it really does mean a lot. It doesn't cost anything. And if you find anything beneficial in the video, please consider hitting it. Now, that being said, if you don't like the video, please consider leaving a comment down below on how I can improve on future content. Now, without further ado, let us hop right into it. So, as mentioned, we are going to be talking about pasta today. Pasta itself is very easy to make. All you need is egg and flour, which are pretty readily available. Eggs are always going to be on the market. On my server, they sell for between 15 and 35 gold. So for the video today, I'm going to be using an average cost of roughly 25 gold per egg, which is a fair bet. Now, keep in mind, I have heard of people having servers where eggs are worth virtually nothing, as well as eggs being worth 100 plus gold. So it's really going to vary based on your server, which is why I'm going to give you a couple options of whether or not you want to buy the eggs or go gather them, because I have made videos on gathering eggs beforehand. And flour on my server sells for just under 3 gold, sells for 2.8 gold right now, which again, I've been told on some servers that is astronomical and others that's cheap. So take it all with a grain of salt. I can only speak for my server. That's my disclaimer. If it is different on your server, please do let me know as well so we can see how much things vary. But you guys can see here, pasta doesn't take very much. A cooking skill of level 5, 1 flour and 1 egg per, which means I have 23 eggs. I can go ahead and craft 23 of these eggs. Now you guys can see I am taking into account all the crafting costs, all the taxes for the cities whilst I'm doing this, and I have included it all in my calculations. We're going to go ahead and craft those pastas. I did have 3 on me, and I did get a bonus of 3 as well. That's something to take into consideration. If you get those bonuses, that's literally free gold. We take those whenever we can. So that means I'm going to have 29 pasta to sell. And right now on my server, pasta's selling for 88.9 gold. It normally sells around 89, so we're right in the wheelhouse. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. I completely understand the skepticism. Here's what I posted yesterday. I posted 24 of them up at 89.74. Again, right in the wheelhouse. Actually a bit cheaper right now. And they're all gone. Took less than a day. Now, if you guys want to do some quick maths, that's a decent amount of gold. Right? That's just shy of 200 gold for basically nothing. Or just over 200 gold, pardon me. Now, obviously, that's not pure profit. There was a cost associated with this. If you have to buy your eggs, buy your flour, do the listing fees, as well as the crafting fee, you're not going to just make pure profit on these pastas. And that's okay. We know that. We want to make sure, and we want to see if it's really, really worth it for us. So we're going to post up this sell order here. We have 28 pasta on us. I did have 2 beforehand. We did get 3 for free. So we're just going to go like this. We're going to list it for 3 days. And now it's very important, guys. The length that you post something, if you didn't know this, is percentage based. So you have a 1% fee of the total value of your sale times the amount of days. So 1 day is going to be a 1% value. 3 days, 3%, 7 days, 7%, etc., etc. So if you're listing this for 14 days and it's selling in 1 day, you've effectively wasted 13% of your profits. Keep that in mind. It's very, very important to know. So if you want to list it for a day, you can see here, or 3 days, there's your difference. So we're going to list them at 88.99. That seems what's going on. He's got 25 of them. They'll sell. I'm not concerned about this. So we're going to place them up. And you guys can see there's a crafting fee here of 54.3, or listing fee, pardon me. That's based again on our days and our quantity that we are putting up at the cost that we are putting it up. All right, we're going to place that order and we'll see. It probably won't sell during the video, and that's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. But now you're wondering, well, I listed the pasta, but does it make sense to list it? And, well, here we are, the infamous notepad. So can you actually make gold pasta? Well, I've broken it down into 2 different forms. If you want to go and just buy all of your resources, and again, using average costs, as well as if you want to go and try and gather the most expensive resources, which is eggs. So the average cost on my server, like I said, we're going to use 25 gold for this example. The cost of flour, you guys can see here, is 2.8. And I think the only eggs on the market right now are actually selling for 30 gold. So I could have used 30, but it's just not, it's a little high right now. That's not what the normal average is. So you guys can see 2.8 for flour, which again, I have been told is somewhat high, but I'm not overly concerned because in this example, the cost of pasta basically outweighs anything. And here, roughly 1.1 gold in in trading post costs to buy all the materials if you want to buy one of each, so an egg and a flour. That's what we're going to use in this example. It was slightly less, but I rounded up just to make it easier and to be as conservative as possible with these numbers. So, in this, again, example, pasta is 1 egg and 1 flour, meaning that we're spending about 2.8 gold for material. 27.8 gold per material, pardon me. The listing fee is based on days, so 3%, which is 1% per day. And the crafting fee of 0.04 is just what it is for my server. Where you craft yours is going to vary, but again, all I can do is speak for where I am crafting it and what I'm doing. So the pasta cost, on average, with all of these, is 28.7 gold. The pasta sale price is 88.99, which means I'm getting a rough estimate or rough profit of 60 gold per pasta. Now, I can't give you how much gold per hour that is specifically, because you could effectively do this as long as you want. If you have the gold to get in and the cost of your materials is worth it to you, in this example, it would very much be, you can make an astronomical amount of gold per hour. It's a little obscene. However, I did post a video on an egg gathering route. You guys can see it in the description down below, as well as I'll put a little thing up in the corner there that you guys can click on. If you guys want to cut out the major cost of making pasta from your recipes, you can follow this route, and my route will net you roughly 20 eggs per hour. It's normally closer to 25, but again, I wanted nice round numbers, nice and easy to think about here. About an egg a minute, and you can run it in perpetuity because the respawn times on turkey nests is roughly 20 minutes. So you can just basically run the gambit, if you will. Which means that we're going to be getting 60 eggs an hour, which means that we would have enough for 60 pasta every single hour. And because we've eliminated the majority of our cost of crafting this, sometimes it'll be even higher. And if you're on one of those servers where eggs are 100 gold per, don't even bother with this right now. Sell those eggs. But because of that, we can estimate we can make roughly 60 pasta an hour at 88 gold. I rounded down. I like to be conservative. I don't like to blow things up. Which means you could be making roughly 5,280 gold per hour. But we do have to take into consideration the cost of doing so. So you'd have roughly 168 gold per flour. Again, we're using all of our averages from up here, right? 158.4 gold of a listing fee if we're listing 60 pastas at 88 gold. And then you're also going to have 2.4 gold for crafting fee. And I can't spell, apparently. If you subtract all of that from your 5,280, it leaves you with 4,950 gold. Less than that, more than that, but again, nice round numbers. 4,950 gold per hour. If you are following my egg gathering route, you have effectively cut out the grand majority of the cost of crafting this pasta. Now, will it sell immediately? I don't know. It varies server to server. Mine's selling roughly a day. I put it up for 3 just so I don't waste those listing fee, because if it doesn't sell, you've done nothing, you know? But I've never had any issues in selling them. Ever. Not once yet. So, if you follow that egg route, you can basically make pasta work for almost any price point, unless it's selling for less than the cost of an egg. In that case, sell the eggs. Don't be stupid. But guys, I think you should be taking advantage of this right now. I don't know how this is going to change with server merges, but there's more people involved in the game. There's always going to be a bit of a difference in terms of cost. There's going to be a fluctuation or a decrease, more supply, etc. But take advantage of this right now. You can make yourselves an astronomical amount of gold for not really too much effort. That's going to be it for this one, guys. I really do appreciate you. If you did find this beneficial in any way, shape, or form, do consider hitting that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below on how I can improve. And I will catch you guys all in the next one. See ya.